Before we get started, I want to introduce myself. I've been coaching Rainbow Six Siege for roughly 8 months now and gathered a lot of experience. I coached a large variety of teams from Benelux League to APAC Challenger, but mostly UT3 teams. I value my understanding of the game as fairly high, and I'm therefore looking for serious offers from Pro League or Challenger League teams. As it is very hard for me to reach out to serious teams and be acknowledged by them, I will now switch to a more aggressive sales campaign. Does anybody still remembers this meme? Anyway, I will be analyzing high-level matches of professional or semi-professional teams to prove my potential was as a coach to you, and at the same time giving you the opportunity to fix your mistakes for free. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? One last thing, if you learn something from this analysis, don't hesitate to contact me or reach out to people who might be interested. I also got the written form of the analysis available in case the mentioned team contacts me.
I believe it was North America where we saw it actually break into the top 5 for a brief period of time towards the end of the season. And a lot of that is counter bans, but also Jackal holds one of the best guns in his hands, period. He's got smokes available. You know, he's a 2-speed, so you don't have to worry about him being too slow. He's got that secondary shotgun, which in a pinch can work in soft destruction. Let's say you're running a Zofia, let's say you're running a Buck, let's say you're running a Sledge, and one of them dies, and you have a Jackal. Not all hope is lost with that same soft destruction, even though he's not as proficient as the others. He brings an awful lot to the table, and of course on a map like Bank, he's great for roam clearing, that's his primary focus. Add all those together, and he's a potent fragger who has utility that can really help alleviate the problems that a good roaming team can present to you.
Yeah, and fragging is really, as we've talked about, as the analysts talked about, kind of the name of the game for this match. I mean, you're two teams that are well known for their fragging power, and it's just kind of going to come down to which one can be more powerful, I suppose, right in the moment. Hick's going to gather some information on those server stairs. You can see Ion playing smoke, a little bit aggressive, and he's gonna fall back. Just like that. Gets droned out, and he'll decide to play safe. Probably the right call. Shield's been broken, and there's only a minute left here for Lestream, so you may as well play it safe.
As we saw in the Dark Zero and Empire matchup, it's really just a technicality to be able to open up this wall, and the side pressure that was going to come from Lestream is shut down by Astro, but he's traded off by Uno, so you see both of the teams lose one body in the ensuing fray. That happens with a minute still to go.
But wait.
Not to distract me, but the plan is going down. Alfama is in, and there you go, the C4 will hit. Yuna's able to take him down, and then add insult to injury. There goes the smoke canister too. Uno takes down Cameraman, but traded off by Yuna. That was 2 kills for the Jackal. From the back, Aces is able to eliminate Ion, who wasn't quite aware that this entire push from Lestream is coming over towards lockers. It's unorthodox, to say the least, but there's Yuna on the stairs to try and bail out his team. Where Hicks will be is the real question. While he's inside, he can pick up that diffuser at his leisure and possibly rotate on out, but there's nobody that's watching over towards the gold side, except for Mav, who's gonna have the heartbeat of Hicks in his hands, and he's gonna coordinate quite well with you.
What happened round 1 on Locker's attack? First of all, the roam clear and droning was efficient, but then you were sacrificing quite a lot of time opening up angles. But yeah, in the end it can be really worth it. Then you're opening the elevator hatch. At first I was really questioning why, but then I saw the plan behind it. You did a good distraction on the middle stairs and server stairs, baiting the opponent into believing it will be a server push with bad time management. So they really thought you couldn't clear out the server. But yeah, you lost one player on the middle stairs in the process. But good refrag to draw the score even. Alright, once you could distract them, was a good uncontested drop through the elevator hatch. But then the main problem, because the main reason because the round failed happened. There was not enough plan cover, And as you can perfectly see on the little plan that I drew, there was not enough plan cover. There was really a lot of angles where the opponent could contest you for free and deny your plant. You only had two angles to work with, one into the hallway and the vault, and the other one, yeah, just the middle stairs through the door. And yeah, after the plant was denied, there was inefficient fragging or refragging from the 4v4, from the draw to a 1v2 situation, and yeah, ultimately costing you the rounds.
Part of the fact that FaZe went undefeated in the second half, 7-0, were the first loss that was handed to Immortals, the only undefeated team at that point in the second half of the season. The reason that Ion stepped onto this team was also his flexibility. Moringa could flex, sure, but they mostly kept him in hard support roles. Ion, if you look at the operators that he's played, is capable of flexing onto attack, putting Yuna in more of the hard breach support roles, and possibly having the rest of the team work around that while being a steady anchor on defense.
Yeah, he got brought on only 2 months ago, and he came out of the gate swinging. You got to be proud of that. And we've seen more and more of that, newer players coming into Pro League like Ion and really making a splash. I mean, Ion's not totally new. He played for T1 before you. But anyway, moving on. FaZe Clan going to the top floor. They're in a good spot right now in that they've not had any of these walls opened up just yet. You can see that cameraman now playing Mira is waiting for an opportunity to go for a C4, potentially a run out there from storage, and you can see Lestream has detected that. Oh, okay. It looks like the Evil Eye is put in a position to potentially deny this wall, and the melee holes are in an endeavor to do that. No, I was curious. Not sure what the plan is there. Unreinforced wall. Kind of odd setup.
The wall goes, though, and it also sounds like a C4 has been expended. It's the Nitro cell that was tossed out from cameraman's Mira. So you do lose one of those explosives. You still have a second in the hands of Pulse.
Okay, I was wrong. The wall was reinforced. Pardon me.
That's okay. We all make mistakes, Michael. But you've got the walls open, or one wall open of CEO now. Very similar to that CCTV takedown stairs. You're going to open up the walls. It's mostly a technicality. A lot of teams don't contest it as much. It's what happens in the interim. Yuna will find his 5th kill, an impressive shot onto Rise, which will shut down the Zofia, and with a minute left, will give FaZe an advantage heading into the final stretch.
Now Yuna, that's 5 kills for him over 2 rounds. That nade almost takes down Yuna, though. Good job there, but not enough. Lestream looking for some picks. They're used to getting them. They're not going to, though, in the first 2 minutes of this round. They're waiting patiently for somebody from FaZe to peek and give an opportunity away, but it's just more and more attrition on the side of Lestream as Astro takes down Una in the main hallway. Easy push here for the Maestro. He's looking for a second. Astro, a beautiful shot there onto Hicks, and he goes for a third, but he won't get it. Yuna's the one to get his own second, leaving just aces in a 1 versus 5. He'll hot breach and die, and that's it. FaZe put 2 rounds in a row. Beautiful job on the defensive bank.
I mean, even without those statistics, we know what Latin America is to bank. And while it's maybe fallen out of favor within the region recently,
due to Hibana being banned and deciding not to ban Mira, the Mira setup denies a lot of crucial control for the CEO attack push. At this point you would be heavily relying on picking Twitch and getting the windows the hard way. Can't get control of stock to position flank watch, can't enter or cross southwest CEO wall breach, because they have a Mira in conference as well. Like 2 mirrors in conference. Bad time management, taking way too long to breach CO, pretty much racing 1 minute. It's okay to drone for Ramos, but 1.5 minutes is a bit much. Questionable sledge pick. Overall, Bug would have been a much safer pick, as you can utilize his ability to vertical play, even if they would have big tellers. So no real threat to vertical play for the opponent. Inefficient hallway flank watch due to lack of stock control. Inefficient impact from a North Repel by a Q, hasn't even opened the Windows yet. Overall bad decision making by IGL calling a CO push despite clearly being countered. A launch push could have given you higher chances of winning.
Will come down to some good planning on his part, I'm sure.
I know the kills aren't everything, but Lestream is just going to go for broke. They're all in the site. Oh my god! Uno will shut down Uno, but right now, Lestream has full control. Being battled back, though, is Ion as he guns down Rise, and Hicks is there too, and this is extraordinarily messy. Alfama is in now as well. What is going on? It's a plant in the middle of the site, and there's nobody nearby to do much. Where's FaZe going to go? We'll peel off the plant, but it looks like Alfama will go for it yet again with Hicks possibly doing some covering work. Nobody's any the wiser, as there you go, it will go down, and I think this will confuse FaZe quite an awful lot. Where cameraman Astro and Mavar is the real question. There's some shots from the MP5 of Mav that will go on through, and it will finish off Hicks as Aces sees another body himself, trying to contest inside of the staff area. Aces will now head into admin area and just hold off while Alfama is nestled inside of the site. And Aces just waiting for Astro to push him on up. That's exactly what the Jaeger will do. Alfama finds cameraman, takes him down, pistol out. Oh, Aces, a beautiful shot! Oh my god, two very quick kills with Aces with the pistol on out. And Lestream goes for broke. The gamble works out. What a round from them.
Wow, that's some amazing pistol play from Aces, often referred to as one of the best fraggers, not only in Europe, but in the world. That's Aces standing out in that moment in time. Nearly a team ace, only person not to get a kill there.
Round 3, Teller's attack. Good rush, catching the opponents off guard, building up momentum and bringing you back into the game. Decent entry, trading 2 for 2 to secure sides. The split rush from Skylight and Lobby could be the reason for not trading better. Also poorly timed, as Twitch was still ATM when others were already in archives. Good plant and plant cover. Good fragging, especially by IQ, to secure the round.
Alley by Alfama. He's going to be all on his lonesome with that diffuser, trying to head on in, and he's going to rush in again to meet the rest of his team. Lestream so fast, 40 seconds. They've been able to take control of the Skylight Stairwell. Now they're going to have no problem getting the hatch as well, and Mav will fall off, who's playing beneath it.
But I think they haven't cleared the roamer in CEO, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw a body in there. Yes, indeed, I did. It's Astro. He's in a position to easily flank his opponents because he wasn't droned out. He might even get a free kill right here and now. And yeah, there it is. Rise goes down. That's Capital. Wow. Unfortunate mistake made there by Lestream. Not fully droning out Bank. You hate to see it, but it does happen. And that'll put FaZe in a great spot. But Astro does go down. However, he got a Capital for a Jaeger. That is a win.
Huge victory, massive trade for them, and Lestream are going to find themselves losing their only set of smoke on what is a site that almost always inevitably needs smoke in order to pull off a successful plant for most teams. Now, mind you, the caveat to that is that a lot of teams will just bait out right where you see that exothermic charge going off in what is referred to as default plant spot. Well, you'll walk in, you'll try to plant in the opening that was created there. Uno giving us a great example of exactly where I'm talking about. And you don't necessarily need smoke for that particular instance, but it's very easy for your nitro cells and your toxic canisters to do great work. And of course, there's an echo on the board. Tons of plant denial here if you look at FaZe Clan's lineup.
So this pre-fire that you just saw Uno committing to is where he knows the smoke to be. And here comes the C4, but it's shut down by Uno. Beautiful shot there. It's not going to allow the plant, though, because there are plenty of backups here for FaZe Clan. They got the Yokai drones, they got the gas canisters, they have Pulse's C4 still. So there are options here for FaZe, but they are being countered very handily.
But there's still 40 seconds. There's only one toxic canister that's left that can be thrown out from the smoke. And other than the nitro cell that you see on the Pulse, you're going to rely an awful lot on cameraman staying alive, which for the time being seems to be pretty easy. There isn't much of a contest on the cameraman's location, and if those yokais can just continuously exist, they're going to be so valuable in the dying seconds. But
What?
Pulling a rabbit out of his hat, cameraman with 2, but he's distracted. Can't really do much. Mav takes out Alfama, and Lestream are in dire straits.
Round 4, Locker's attack. Inefficient ROM droning and clear, not taking the time to make sure top floor is clear. Perhaps assuming because last time there were no roamers, but gotta know for sure. Good pick on mirror. Inefficient middle stairs flank watch, resulting in a very bad 0 for 2 rate. Losing 2 players there. Aggression or almost desperation by Thatcher. Backfired due to inability dealing with Echo plant denial. Here's how to deal with Echo. Pick IQ over Thatcher. position Tetra and server to coordinate plant with Termite instead of having him flank watch and not being able to use his utility.
Here, trying to find the right tools for the job. Thus far, it's been a struggle for Lestream, and, well, they haven't found those right tools. They're working on it, though. I'm sure eventually they will get it. That's the name of the game for Lestream, is flexibility. One yokai drone, or rather, shock drone, destroyed. And it was right before it was able to take down one of those evil eyes. And that's a pretty important pick there for FaZe, as there's not only evil eyes, but also yokais in play here to defend, as well as mirror windows, honestly.
Oh, what a great coordinated effort, disoriented before he sees his own life flash before his eyes. Uno, who was so triumphant in his entry through the lobby, will be no more. Dying on top of that spiral staircase, sliding down towards the bottom, as Astro will just be anchored on in the elevator with a great angle and a very powerful gun, being able to lob shots quite a long distance, similar to an artillery cannon.
It's a good angle here for Alfama. He knows that there's somebody playing by that reception desk, just waiting for somebody to peek into his line of sight. It's a dangerous position to play, but it can net some great results. Yuna is the one who is trapped there, and he's trying to hold on to the main stairs. Hicks pushing up there, Rise droning Hicks in. But there's a crossfire between the Maestro and the Echo, and there's no right decision here for Hicks. He's got to just get a little lucky. Evil Eye calls out, and there's the push from Yuna. Rise with the refrag, but it's expected, and ooh, a double piece for Rise. Beautiful job there. He knows someone's playing by Garage, and he's going to do his best to get rid of the Evil Eye and disrupt Astro. Here's Astro's position, though. He still has a dream line of sight to hold on to this push by Banana. If he can take down one for himself, then it won't be a terrible exchange. And he will, just there. That's his second in the round as well, so great hold from the Garage. He'll even drop, rather I say, the elevators. He's on main stairs and doing more damage. Rise lit up in difficult position.
The wall will go as Alfama and Rise are the only hope of Lestream for the time being. Astro still being ever so elusive, as he'll now head all the way towards Skylight Stairwell, very far back. Alfama gets pushed up to supply, though, because of the toxic canisters, and will find a kill on the Ion in the interim. Standing on top of the desk, Alfama will go for the plan as Mav is below, and Alfama losing some HP. The Pulse beneath him, he has to be very wary of the fact there's still a Nitro cell in the hands of the Pulse, waiting for it to possibly come out. But amidst the bomb, it's a successful kill for Astro, as Alfama had no coverage.
Oh, he downed him!
Downed, but he can withstand, pick himself back up. Does anybody know his position? Well, it doesn't really matter. You only have a tiny...
Round 5, CO attack. Good IGL decision making to attempt launch push instead of facing the suicide mirror setup. No roam clearing to assure vertical control. No vertical play, good refrag and fragging by Sophia to draw to 3-3, good pick on smoke, losing middle stairs control was crucial in losing the round, as it allowed Maestro to flank from skylights and deny the plant.
Curious what the plan is here for Alfama. He's moving over to Lone Office. He's going to be able to open up a crossfire, I suppose, but he's also exposed to anybody roaming top floor, and there are roamers top floor from FaZe. So this is definitely going to be tricky for Lestream to manage. This strategy works if you can stop the roamers on the top floor from pressuring you, but it's also hurt by not only those roamers, but the player on the mirror window, and he's gone. There goes Ion.
That was Ion playing, and he did manage to take a bit of HP off of Uno, but at the same time, you're going to be flirting with disaster. Oh, Astro from above. Astro and Yuna have absolutely dominated the standings so far for their team, and Astro will continue to do so and take out Hicks in the process. Now, with the electrical gadgets that are brought by FaZe, and IQ would be quite instrumental, but if you look at the lineup for FaZe, you're not really going to need her gadget that much. You're not dealing with any Evil Eyes, you're not dealing with any Echoes, you don't have to worry about too much other than ADS, and, well, I mean, you have to worry about Astro. He's going to take a second down, but there's not much that an IQ could have done to solve that. You lose aces in the process, and Astro will continue his reign of terror, picking up kills 9 and 10 so far in this round.
Yeah, he's doing great so far in this match, and you can see that there's still plenty of anchor presence here for FaZe, but they're going to lose one of the roamers upstairs. That's Mav. A call is made by FaZe. Fall off top floor. Play the site. It's 3-3. There's only a minute left for Lestream. Lestream is good at making little time like this work in a site take. They, however, will not be able to turn that vertical control into anything, really. There is one roamer still upstairs. That's Astro, looking for more frags. He's got all of the kills for his team this round. Yuno playing by Cashbag is doing his best to deny this entry, and he will be successful, but Astro's the one credited with the kill. There's Yuna shut down finally, and Astro not going to be able to get any more kills this round. Cameraman now the last one alive, but he will finish off Rise. It's just Uno and Camera in a 1 versus 1, but the plant is going down. Cameraman by open area. He doesn't know that this is happening, and he won't be able to deny it, which means he's going to have to work around a post plant. This is a tricky situation for any player, but it's made worse by the fact that Cameraman will die to a single bullet from Uno. There's the mirror window working against Uno, though. He's going to creep up on it, trying to get a position where he won't be exposed to it just underneath the window. It's clear that Cameraman does not have information. He's just looking for an opportunity. He's unlikely to find one, but he might get a little lucky. This vault, if he goes for it, will broadcast his intention and position, and the call's coming out from the drone. That's it. Uno will win the round. A 4K for him.
Round 6, Tyler's attack. Inefficient top floor take, not achieving top floor control. Decent fragging to draw to 3-3. Good fragging to secure Taylor's office and allowing for uncontested plant. Good post plant positioning and clutch.
One of the best entry fraggers that we've seen as well statistically over the past couple seasons. And while yes, sometimes he does get overshadowed by people on his team, and while he does get overshadowed by people within his region, he could still be brutally efficient and very effective at being able to take down anybody who comes his way. And against a team like FaZe, a team that is so good at landing their shots, you need to have somebody like Aces come alive. You can't just rely solely on Uno to really carry the weight. Everybody else outside of Uno on Lestream are all about the same at the moment. And like we say, well, kills don't matter the most. For Aces, you need to be able to get your kills. He needs to be able to rack it up on that scoreboard because that is his job.
You can also say it's really the kind of the story with Lestream. Is one of the things that I think a lot of people critiqued the stream about when they first came together, which was actually not too long ago, is at the end of 2018. But we'll talk about that later. For now, Astro taking down Uno. It's a pretty good start. Legion gone. You got rid of all those potential goo traps that could have come out later. And, well, there's that kill. Just playing in open area, a little bit exposed, not a lot of information. It's unfortunate to see. But yeah, some more aggression from the defense at the top of server stairs.
Yeah, there's a cluster right now of FaZe over top of server as they've opened up the hatch and looked to head on down, but Lestream is just sitting pretty inside of the site waiting. They've opened up the other hatch now as well inside of the office next to open area, so there's pressure that FaZe can apply as Astro, who has been the standout performer of this matchup, now heading into the sewers. And that's an interesting place for him to be. I mean, he didn't really need to go all that way where he could have just come down the stairs. He knows that Cameraman has full control. He'll open up a peephole into the wall that faces the mirror window, currently being anchored down by Lestream, just waiting ever so patiently. Now Cameraman will come back up to those hatches that you know that he likes to sit on top of, but he forgoes them and instead will head towards the main stairs. This is a very interesting rotate from FaZe here.
Well, it looks like he's maybe going to open it late, but he's going to start things off with a juggle of the utility. Of course, FaZe knows they need to try and get rid of these gas canisters, C4s, etc., just to lighten the load when they go for an actual plant, a default spot. They've only got 30 seconds to make this happen, and Hicks is playing the long angle from Garage to deny the plant. So someone from FaZe is going to have to win this fight, but it's going to be Hicks to win it against Ion. Beautiful angle play there. Just tapping away with that suppressed MP5, and it's working out great. Yuna going for the plant, though. Is there anyone to deny is the question. Alfama lands a beautiful shot. He's going to go for the rush, and he will deny that plant. Yuna shut down. Cameraman on the flank, though. He's not going to be able to do anything in regards to that diffuser. Mav also elsewhere, so looks like FaZe have pretty much lost this round.
Round 7, Lockhart's defense. Aggressive roam by Legion didn't work out. Open area positioning was kinda obvious due to reinforced hatches. Good plant denial by Garage long angle and well utilizing the gas canisters. What happened to the mirror C4? Risking to vault into CCTV instead of detonating C4 ended up rocking out due to getting the pick on the field. in CCTV who was covering the plant.
With helping with that.
Yeah. And the real story for me on all of these sites is how the mirrors have been getting played. And obviously Mira is going to be a focal point for a lot of teams, but you saw Yuna playing her so effectively, and now you saw the same thing from Alfama on one round, and you're in a position now where Mira and the way that those mirror windows are played is going to be pivotal on a CEO defense.
Yeah, Mira is hit and miss on importance on some maps these days, but on Bank, I'll forget about it. She's one of the most useful operators outright. The fact that she isn't banned here is, of course, pretty important because of that, and she will be played most rounds. Where her mirror windows face, you're going to have to adjust your strategy a little bit every single time you're attacking. And in this case, there's no Twitch to counter them.
And FaZe banning out the Clash is a smart move because you know that we see Lestream play the Clash and do so effectively. And dealing with shields is particularly annoying for most teams. Most people who play against FaZe know that when Yuna used to play on either the Blitz or the Montaigne. And FaZe used to have those shield strategies alongside of Finka, so it wouldn't surprise me to see them not want to play against shields on their own. But that's what ultimately left this Mira available. And then, of course, the counter ban from Lestream onto Valkyrie. So FaZe's presence inside of the main lobby has been known to the remaining members of Lestream that are looking for it. Aces has lost a bit of HP, as has Astro. So there's been some ensuing fire, and Aces is going to cast Astro as he heads up those spiral stairs. He's playing on the mirror window, and he has a lot of information right at his fingertips. And like I said, Aces needs to come alive if Lestream wants to take the wave and ride it on out. Yuna shuts down Uno, as Uno cannot pop up behind that Teller's counter. And that'll be Yuna continuing on with the good work that he's done in roles that don't necessarily require contributions on the scoreboard, but he's proving otherwise, and doing so quite well. A trade comes out as Cameraman gets a kill traded off by Alfama. So this Mira, once again, is going to be of some importance. Alfama another takes down Mav, and it's Lestream who's coming alive on defense, looking like a CEO. Defense is going to be quite successful. Unlodged from that Mira window is going to be Aces and Rise. Will get a kill of his own to go alongside the two teammates. And it'll be a tie game now. FaZe's momentum vanishing as the sides swap out in Lestream.
Round 8, CO defense. Overall good CO hold, not much to say. Partially also because of the inability of the opponents to attack from lobby.
That with a yokai drone. If you put a yokai drone by archives or in square somewhere, hidden away, just waiting to call out that push, it's a good way to, like you say, gather information and potentially, if necessary, deny that plan. It seems like some good drone work coming out here from FaZe. They're going to detect what kind of opposition they'll be faced with when they go for a site take. Before then, they still need to clear out that top floor, which opened up. Very vulnerable, anyone who pushes into top square, thanks to those mirror windows upstairs.
You need to be a lot more particular when you're confronting a defensive setup like that, because especially with the mirror windows in place, there's a lot of open sight lines that can basically destroy you before you're able to take any real map control away. And FaZe has struggled to take proper map control so far through 2 rounds, but they're going to be gifted it as Alfama down below decides to peek. I don't know why, and Una's now in sight. Oh my goodness, Una's just there going for the plant, but Rise will shut him down. Pulls out the shotgun, expecting another, but good crossfires with Mav there. I think FaZe realized that they can do the Lestream strategy, just bull rush right on into the site. A second kill for Mav will come out as he charges on in. He's now holding that diffuser too. He's got Ion with him as covering fire. So Uno will go back onto his yokai drones, reposition Mav, vulnerable for a period of time to get that diffuser down, and nobody from the stream seems to know at all. A successful defuse in the very first for FaZe on attack, as Uno will now move on in on his own. The rest of FaZe will look to lock it on out as Uno will try for the comeback now, evening things at 2-2. Everybody else is at full HP. Where Cameraman and Ion are playing is incredibly important. Ion will find Aces, and that'll leave Uno now in a position where he might not be able to walk away with it. He can't control the bearing.
Round 9, Teller's defense. Inefficient fragging on site. Trading 2 for 3 and losing control of objective. Roam to disconnect from site, not able to assist site hold against rush.
Okay, but that exothermic charge that's in Yuna's hand is going to be so important. Finding out where the Electric Claw is going to be your priority, and there's a soft wall actually. This is going to be really easy for Astro to be able to take care of it, unless this is a bait from Lestream. Astro will do his best to take out that electric call, allowing freer passage from FaZe Clan once Yuna is able to get the wall open.
Uno's looking for the flank, and he might just find it. He sees the arm of his opponent, but can't land the shot on the head. A little bit of damage done, but the plant's going down all the while, and there's no yokais to deny it. The impacts come out, but it's not enough. The C4 might just be too late, and yes, indeed it is. A 5 versus 5 diffuser plant in default spot of Bank Basement. Ion will get the first kill here onto Hicks. So here comes the slaughter. Mav puts 2 together. Beautiful job. Uno will get his flank, but it might be too little too late, as he's now the last defender alive. He'll have to retake against 4 and get an ace in this round. Can't even take down Mav. A beautiful round there from FaZe Clan, and some serious negligence on the default plant spot by Lestream.
Really well played by FaZe to be able to lock it.
Round 10, Lockers defense. Thick operator lineup. Inefficient plant denial, bad positioning red hallway. Kaid playing behind the mirror window instead of mirror, so mirror couldn't utilize her C4. No yokai in position to deny the plant either. Bad refragging and trading post plant, resulting in a 1v4 situation.
Angle, as you can see, we are almost a minute left in this round, very quickly in, and there hasn't been much of an effort to push off either this Ela or the smoke on server stairs.
They're waiting for those players to make a mistake, and well, they haven't yet. Both of these players, Rise and Hicks, know that if they just wait, they will be able to deal with this. Ooh, that might have been an exothermic charge there, just impact tricked, but no, doesn't look like it was successful. The drop down in the small office has been opened up, and there's a little line on the drop down in open area. Mav has rotated down to sewers, I believe, and will be coming up below the players inside of server. He's gonna go for a flank on Rise is the one who will have to hold this. Hicks still holding the top of the stairs. He's getting flashed, but he'll win the fight in the first engagement. He's got a second though, potentially on a follow-up. Rise down, holding his flank well. Low HP on Hicks here, but he is still going to get another. Astro though with a double kill, and he'll take down both of the players inside of server. FaZe have lost a lot of utility and a lot of manpower holding on to that server staircase, but they have taken control of it. Now, Lestream only need to deny for 10 more seconds, and it's going to be a straight Hail Mary drop into sight. Alfama, beautiful gunplay here. He will not win the second gunfight, though, and this is going to be Astro putting more kills on the board. Well, Uno will get the final one. Lestream take that round.
Round 11, Lockers defense. Good server stair assault, good pick on IQ by Jäger, good trading to close out the round.
What kind of speed bump is Lestream going to present to us this time on CEO? It seems like it was going to be an ATM's run out, and it might actually have been. Here comes the run in from Astro to counter the run out, and Uno goes down. Free kills. Astro says thank you, and he'll get back to his job, repelling above ATMs.
Astro can just get otherworldly when he's on and just ascend to this incredible level, which is why he goes by Super Astro in a couple games that we've seen from time to time, but is not adopting the moniker this time.
You know, I think he actually plays better when he has that super prefix.
I like that you also used to have Super Liven, who used to be on this Lestream team back when it was Millennium still, so I think it imbues them with a sense of power.
It certainly does. Now, Uno being gone, he was trying to, again, present a speed bump in that he ran out from ATMs. Did not work out. But I'm sure he put fear into the hearts of his enemy as he went down on the main lobby stairs. And there's going to be information here. Lots of marks coming out on the side of FaZe Clan. You can see that they're aware that Rise and Hicks are playing the positions that they are. The shield might work out, but it's still a dangerous hold for the Maestro.
This is a position where you know that Hicks is going to be in a fight for his life against Astro. You got a cameraman there waiting to see if there's going to be a rotate, because if Hicks loses, even if Hicks doesn't lose, there's likely going to be somebody from Lestream that's going to be coaxed on out of wherever they're sitting on site right now. It's going to be Alfama, but there's going to be nobody from FaZe to be able to trade off of Astro, as there's a big play from Lestream to cut down the first member of FaZe who's trying to be point man for their team.
We've seen this from FaZe before. When they're attacking top floor, they tunnel into, and well, I suppose funnel into this main lobby staircase, and it gets them killed every single time. It's going to be difficult for them to actually deal with this dilemma, but they will. Ion takes down Hicks from behind. Beautiful piece of teamwork there from FaZe. Rise will take down Yuna, though, so they're not going unpunished. Rise still holding on to reception, and he's trying to challenge Banana. It's not an easy fight, and he'll lose it. Ion gets his other kill. There you go. Ion putting more on the board. Rise is down. It's just Aces in a 1 versus 2 after he gets to Ion, finally shutting that player out of this round. Ace is in a great spot to deny this push from Banana. He only has to do it for 25 more seconds, and it'll be overtime. He gets one, and the other! A beautiful double kill there.
Round 12, CO defense. What was that ATM run out? Decent trading to turn 4v5 into 1v2. Good clutch by Jäger.
See from FaZe because of this is... Oh, okay.
This is actually fascinating. If you can play far enough back, you can deprive the Thatcher, or the Thermite rather, from going onto that wall.
Yeah, it's possible. It's certainly possible. I mean, especially with the shotgun DMR combination that Ace is wielding. He's got the ACOG on there. FaZe, again, taking a really long time to do anything. They're trying to get server control. They're trying to run their default strategy, and it's costing.
Mav's going to head on through the sewers as the rest of FaZe assemble up top. You've still got Hicks on server stairs as well, who's now going to come back to site. There's a cacophony of explosions going off as all the flashbangs get thrown towards where Hicks's location used to be, but he got away scot-free. So he's still downstairs inside a server, but would you look at that? 50 seconds left, and these asphyxiating bolts are not going to grow big enough to tickle Hicks at all. Mav is coming in behind him, and Hicks might not be any the wiser, and it's an easy opening frag for FaZe, but they don't have a lot of time to go. Yuna's going to need to get this exothermic charge down as all of Lestream have fallen off, and this ejected Miro strategy that we saw that might have been a good opportunity for the defense to hold on will go nowhere. FaZe now trying to jostle on in, fighting for every inch they can get. A C4 gets expended along with the toxic canister, but nobody from FaZe has even tried to attempt a plant just yet. In fact, it's Yuna who's going to run on in and go for a different plant spot. The smoke is going to shroud, and Alfama will pick on out. It's his own teammates. Folks, no! Alfama, turn around! You're not looking the right way! Oh my goodness, and it's going to be Yuna to take him down with Mav there as well! Oh my, the calamity from Lestream, where if Uno just had it turned around and Alfama had it turned around, that would have been it. A big kill from Rise, trying to figure out where Ion and Mav are positioned now will be the main focus for Lestream. It's Mav up top. They'll sit and perch themselves over these openings that have been created earlier on in the drop downs. Mav waiting very patiently to re-engage. He's got one stun grenade left to possibly blind anybody in that line of sight, but the time is getting very close to the point of no return. Uno doesn't really have a choice. Rise perfectly blinded. There's Mav. He'll take Uno down, looking for the final one. It'll be Ion, and that will be match point yet again for FaZe. A beautiful play and great strategy to be able to run on in and pour Alfama.
Round 13, Lockers defense. Sorry. Good server hold. A bit unlucky Ella losing the gunfight to Capital, who just brainlessly pushed to his own fire, through his own fire. CCTV mirror not denying Termite from getting the breach. Inefficient plant denial. Lack of info CCTV, no cams to spot plant location on the desk. Decent trading to 2v2, but doesn't matter as it left you in a very disadvantageous position. No attempt to retake top floor control, which was required in order to at least have a chance.
There's no dock on the board for the defense, though there is a Thatcher being brought. We mentioned this on CCTV. All of the tools that are being brought from FaZe,
nobody saw anything,
countered quite heavily by a Thatcher. That appeared to be a bit of a miss smoke.
Nobody saw anything.
Nobody saw anything. My apologies, Michael. No. I was mistaken. Very important that you conceal yourself while doing soft destruction above the stairs.
Yep.
Yes, very, very important.
Super relevant strats.
That might actually end up being a critical failure for Lestream.
Yeah, so if we want to dive on that, that actually could cost Lestream the round pretty easily.
That's their only set of smokes, and you've lost one of the two.
Yeah, and you have to cover, well, you have to cover 2 smokes worth of ground when you're attacking in through server, so...
Right, usually you want to take out the mirror window that's going to be down in CCTV, and then the other's likely going to go somewhere near the door, maybe over towards the door that leads over towards red. That could end up being a significant issue, and that kind of mistake, with how close these two teams have been, that might end up being the round. But that's something that we can discuss in the post, because for 90 seconds so far, there's still been a focus from Lestream on taking control of server. Sounds like a toxic canister is going to go out, and yet another as Hicks is going to stare right in towards the doorway. He's still got the deployable shield on up. All of the EMP grenades from Hicks are gone.
Yeah.
Which means that you're not going to be able to do anything with the Pulse that's going to be playing inside of Gold. You're not going to be able to do anything to possibly take out any Evil Eyes if you haven't taken care of them yet. Uno's going to fall down, and Alfama also losing his HP as Rise is inside of the garage. Oh, he's got a beautiful opportunity with the 2 kills, taking out the remainder of Astro, who had seen some action earlier on. But Ion will counter punch, taking Aces down. Yuna will now emerge, putting himself in a fight against Alfama, as Yuna is anchored down inside of the elevator. Not a lot of time here for the rest of this team to work up to. Ion has been huge in the second half, and with FaZe currently sitting on match point, they're going to need more from him. Alfama falls now too, and Rise, who has the 2 kills for Lestream, will need to find the rest. He'll take out Ion and immediately fire in towards lockers, assuming that there's going to be somebody there. He doesn't know the positioning of the remaining members of the team. A great look of concentration as he furrows his brow, and with the drone getting shot beautifully, he knows the location of one. He suspects that the other is going to be inside of the elevator, but he's running out of time. And this is going to be the biggest impediment for Rise. With FaZe looking to try to put the map away, Rise is going to have very limited information, very limited time. He'll rush on up, pistol out, but he'll get cut down.
Round 14, Lockers attack. Good roam droning and clear. Wasting a lot of time trying to figure out how to clear service stairs. Good 2 picks by Zofia. No coordinated push, split push, players trying to achieve something different. 2 players garage, 1 player server. 2 players dying to smoke with no refrag possibility. Good fragging by 1 player isn't enough in the end.